The former Fox drama Lucifer gave us quite an interesting ride. Based on the Vertigo comics of the same name, Lucifer has recently been renewed by Netflix for a 6th and final season. So as we're coming to the end of the show, we've looked through 10 things that you only notice the second time you watch Lucifer. From hard-to-notice biblical significance to Superman jokes. Buckle up and enjoy the ride, guys. Number 10. Biblical significance. Before we start, you'll need to know that when Fox decided to cancel the show, fans were the thing that saved Lucifer. They created a Twitter tornado with the campaign #SaveLucifer to bring it back. The #SaveLucifer campaign was soon linked with #PickUpLucifer. The noise on social media paid off when Netflix renewed the popular fantasy drama for another season. And the series has had an odd run of episodes, with seasons once having 10 episodes, and later the episode's number struck up to 26. Now, as we all know, faith is quite important to believers, so it also serves as a good topic for writers and producers of TV shows and movies. And Netflix has offered an entire host of different movies and shows linked to religion. So the same case goes with Lucifer. The bored Morningstar takes a holiday from hell and chooses Los Angeles as his destination, where he starts a nightclub, catches up with a crime detective, and begins serving the team to work on murder cases. Now, as we've said, there can be seen a lot of biblical significance in Lucifer. Here's an instance. Have you ever looked at the paintings in Charlotte Richards' office? What's with all the pomegranates? As it seems, there's some controversy about what the fruit of knowledge really was. Number 9. Supernatural. Supernatural and Lucifer have some features in common, since both TV shows have left thoughtful references to each other over the years. The connection between Supernatural and Lucifer is probably because the shows are being connected behind the scenes. Both shows film in British Columbia, both are produced by Warner Brothers, and both had the same guest stars Amy Garcia portray similar characters. And Richard Spike Jr. has directed episodes of both. The producers of Lucifer are very generous, since whatever fans wish, they give it to them. When Lucifer started, fans wished for a crossover between Supernatural and Lucifer, and there is also fan fiction written about it. From Eric Kripke, Supernatural first aired in 2005 and has continued for an awesome 15 seasons, with the final 15th unfortunately postponed because of the pandemic. In Lucifer's 4th season, a Nephilim is conceived between Linda and Amenadiel. Even though the baby's name is Charlie, one of the other ideas was Jack, which is absolutely a reference to Supernatural's half-angel Jack Klein, the son of Lucifer. Also, Amenadiel and Rachael talk about Castiel and his terrible singing. Castiel was the idea for Castiel on Supernatural, and Season 9's Heaven Can Wait stars Misha Collins' character singing terribly, trying to get a baby to sleep. Have you ever noticed these things before? Number 8. More of a cop drama. Lucifer is certainly a show that has everything, from exceptional stories to a handsome lead to a romance worth shipping for. And of course, an amazing cast. German portrays Detective Chloe Decker, companion and most loyal friend to Lucifer Morningstar. She's a single mother and diligent detective, and of course, the love of Lucifer's long life. Without her, we wouldn't have the amazing plot we have now. We wouldn't have Lucifer helping her in all those cases and changing himself from season to season. But have you ever noticed that the show changes a bit after the pilot? Well, the writers and creators understood how more enjoyable the show ran as a cop drama. Number 7. Superman joke. Lucifer Season 3, Episode 13, Till Death Do Us Part, alluded to the Man of Steel throughout a dialogue between Lucifer Morningstar and Marcus Pierce, portrayed by Tom Welling. Marcus comes to his office at the LAPD to find Lucifer sitting on his desk. While trying to find out what can kill the immortal Marcus, which is actually the fictional portrayal of Cain, Lucifer tries to make the lieutenant share his deep feelings as he pretends to be a psychiatrist. And during their conversation, the devil says the word kryptonite.
How am I supposed to solve the mystery of how to kill you if I don't understand you first? Your strengths, your weaknesses, because everyone has a kryptonite, Lieutenant.
Lucifer tells when asked why he is going through all the struggle to support Marcus. In the DC comic book world, kryptonite is the only thing that can kill the unbreakable Superman. So again, Lucifer, Season 3, Episode 13, surely referenced Clark Kent's Superman, since Welling performed the hero in the popular series Smallville. Number 6. Eve and the Apples. In Season 4 of Lucifer, we get introduced to another biblical figure as Lucifer's villain. As a police drama, Lucifer is shown with fewer villains, criminals, and other offenders, changing from terrifying to cruel. But they often show the most significant ones as supernatural or biblical beings. In Season 1, it was Malcolm Graham, the shady cop. In Season 2, it was Charlotte Richards. And in Season 3, it was Marcus Pierce. And of course, we have Eve. But have you ever noticed that in almost every scene where Eve appears, there is always a bowl of apples around her? And we're all familiar with the story of Eve eating the apple from the tree of knowledge. Number 5. Intentional shots. Neil Gaiman said he is rather happy with the show he has created. He even said that he's really pleased with the way Ellis is representing his version of Lucifer. He defines it as a sexy, mad, bad Doctor Who. It may sound a little sarcastic, but it's not. Ellis thought of the comment as a very polite one. He told DIY Magazine that Gaiman reached him personally to tell him how much he enjoyed him portraying the character. However, some fans noticed that during the 3rd season, in many scenes, we can detect quite clever camera work. There are a number of scenes where the backdrop behind Lucifer is made to look like wings. It reminds the audience that even though Lucifer may be the devil, he was also at one point the most beautiful angel God had ever created. Shaping the skyline of the city hangs like the shape of wings is something which tells that Earth is Lucifer's new kingdom. Number 4. The comic book series. Did you guys know that Lucifer is a loose DC Comics adaptation? Maybe there aren't any superpowers or capes, but the original version of the Lucifer character begins with Neil Gaiman's The Sandman, where the devil is a handsome, playful character. And the character was turned into a comic series by Mike Carey, a story about Lucifer, a fallen angel whose job is ruling over hell. But he drops his duty and instead goes to the mortal world. Have you guys ever noticed that every angel in the show has different types of wings? Lucifer has big, white, and simply perfect wings. And in the comics, all the angels' wings are based on various birds. Remiel's ones are based on the peregrine falcon, and in the comics, Raphael's wings match a male peacock. Number 3. Lucifer On Earth. While watching the show, you may question some things which are best seen when you watch the show for the second time. For example, fans who watch the show twice or more have noticed that there are never any details about how long Lucifer has been on Earth. Viewers know that he appeared once in a while just for fun, with Lux being a significant reason, and Lucifer has an organized system, but we never really got an answer to the question of how long it took him to get there. Months? Weeks? Years? All we know is that this is the longest he stayed on Earth since Amenadiel is required to take him back. It's likely a question that will never be answered. Number 2. Entrance in Hell. Now, another question pops up when you watch the show for the second time. This time the question is, how souls get to hell? The thought concerning how souls get banished to hell has appeared throughout the show. And this is a point that some fans have talked about since forever. In one episode, Lucifer actually explains this. Yes, a person needs to be sinful to enter hell, though Lucifer reveals that those who know they are guilty are damned. He later additionally reveals that a person can leave hell if he really believes that he has no guilt, such as the case with Lucifer's mother, the goddess, as she was able to leave. But this builds a confusing dilemma. If murderers truly think they haven't done anything wrong, can they leave? Have you guys ever questioned this before? Number 1. David Bowie. The author of the graphic novels, Mike Carey, stated that his original inspiration for the character of Lucifer is the late, famed David Bowie. Have you read the graphic novels? If yes, it is not hard to see that there is a great similarity to the famous artist. The actor Tom Ellis stated that as he represented the character and seeing him grow in every next season, he recognizes Lucifer more so as an Oscar Wilde character. Lucifer's poetic character is easy to notice, and with the original David Bowie inspiration, the writers often put a David Bowie song or two into some episodes of a season. We end our video here, guys. Is there something you noticed in Lucifer that other fans aren't aware of? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos such as this. As always, thanks for watching.
Thank you.